Happen I didn't get any alcohol, so he's all upset.
Well, we
can't-
did. We did get it. We just had to go to the parking lot to get it.
Oh, okay. I see
That's
how that
how
works.
it
There you
is,
go.
man.
Woo, Lord of mercy. Hey, I'm excited today, man. We got Todd Herrington coming on, and a lot of y'all that, a lot of folks around this area go to Panama City Beach to vacation down there, and he's got the Todd Herrington Theater. And I sent you all the information on that, but he recently just bought the Killer's place up there in Memphis.
Whose place?
The Killer.
That's
The
in
killer,
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, the Killer. Ain't that what they call it?
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So he just recently acquired it. Fixing to open it up like Graceland. It's going to be like the new Graceland. That's pretty cool.
A lot more rauncous though. I
Yeah,
bet.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, Todd's a good guy, so we'll get him on here just shortly. I was worried about you, man. I was worried about you over the weekend. I got this thing that come across that said South Carolina man dies after lighting fireworks on top of his head to show off.
Yeah.
I thought, I hope Pat Malone's okay.
Oh man, can you imagine doing that? Putting a mortar on your head and expecting it to be, it's got to be. Hey, hold my beer. Watch this.
It was. His wife said he'd been drinking
Yeah,
all day
yeah.
long. So
It's a shame he died, but this is what happens when you take the warning labels off of things.
yeah, I'm with you on that. Of course, he's in
It's a lot of our problems.
He's in South Carolina and he is a redneck, so there ain't nothing a redneck won't try.
He would have wanted to go that way.
He died what he liked doing. That's sad to say, but I mean, if he's that stupid, you know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot of people in Georgia that are really upset about that they didn't think of that first.
Yeah, no, that's the dang truth. That's the first thing hit my mind. I'm like, dang, I believe
Yeah.
I'd have made
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But his wife said that he'd been drinking all day long, and she tried to tell him not to. She tried to tell him not to, and he's like, don't worry, honey. Everything's going to be all right.
That's like encouraging somebody though.
Yeah.
Having your wife tell you not to do something, that's a challenge.
That's a dare,
I'm gonna
man.
prove
That's a
that this is
dare.
okay.
Where is Summerville, South Carolina? Is that close to you, or where is that at?
No, it's down towards Charleston. It's about it's not quite in the low country, but it's down that way.
Oh. Her husband had been drinking for several hours before the accident. So that tells you, folks, right there. I don't care what Packy says. Don't drink, especially if you're from the South.
No. Hey, you gotta drink faster so he passes out before he does something stupid.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She thinks he was trying to show off. So anyway, he did. He's in headlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the headlines. But
Got his 10 seconds of fame here on the morning
Oosh.
dish, right?
I wonder what part of you reckon you ever thought at one time when he lit the thing or anything that maybe this might be a bad idea.
Not until it went off.
Yeah, but then it's too
And
late.
it was a fleeting thought.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Should have put on a hard hat.
Yeah. No, that'd have been
Then he,
safety.
then he would have just broken his neck.
Yeah. They say that's what they say though. If you want to have fun on the 4th of July, always hang out with somebody who ain't got but 3 or 4 fingers. So that's a rule of thumb.
They know how to do it.
Rule of thumb less, I guess. Thumbs or thumb less. I don't know how does that go. Thumbs or thumbs less. Do you have a good weekend?
I did. Had dinner with my granddaughters. Got 2 more dinners this Friday and next Friday, and then she's off to New York City to dance with the Joffrey Ballet for 4 or 5 weeks. I forget how long.
Oh Lord, you ain't sent her to New York City, are you?
Yeah. She got they go up there for their summer intensive program for
She taking
ballet.
a gun or anything?
Huh?
She gonna take a gun or anything? Or?
She's not old enough to have a gun. She's 16 years old.
Well, they wouldn't expect her to be carrying one then.
Yeah. You got a stick.
A
She'll beat you with a stick.
Oh well, Packy, you okay?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
It's like, first time I ever went to a wedding, I had a drink in the parking lot.
Well, everybody else was.
That's what happens when you invite a bunch of Catholic to a Baptist wedding.
I was the only
everybody's
one, man.
out in the parking lot.
They're all the same. It's always the same, man. Always the same. You get the wedding happens, the preacher says grace, he eats, and then the coolers come out of the back of the pickup. Every single Baptist wedding they're always the same, man.
Yeah, Packy's son got his diaper changed like 200 times that day because everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go change the
And
baby's
that's with
diaper."
a lot of other people out there changing diapers too. It's like, oh, you're changing diapers too, huh? Yep.
Oh well, what are we gonna do? But hey, let's jump to break. See, Todd should be breaking in here. Hopefully, he got out of the bed early. He's an hour behind us, but hopefully, he got out. We'll see what's going on with that. Pretty interesting guy. Did you get that email I sent you there, Pack?
I did. I see where he's coming to Georgia this week. He's Wednesday. He's going to be down in Cairo.
There you go. All right. Well, let's jump to a quick break and get him on if we can. More Insurance Services, 828-389-4000. They got 5 locations to better serve you. Give them a call. Let them give you a quote. I think you'll find out that they can save you some money. We'll be right back.
And now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. The city of Hiawassee is reassuring its residents and visitors that the city drinking water is not contaminated after a sewage leak allegedly dumped waste into a nearby cove last week. Mayor Pro Tem Jay Chastain tells WJRB that the city's drinking water is not impacted, but that it would be advisable to avoid lake water in the area of Hawks Harbor for the time being. He says, quote, unfortunately, some effluent inevitably reach the lake in the area of Hawks Harbor Cove, unquote. Hawks Harbor is about 4 miles west of the city limits. It was reported Friday that a leak from a private lift station had been detected last Wednesday, and Chastain says, quote, the source of the leak was immediately shut off, unquote. One homeowner in that area says the EPA, county, city, and law enforcement visited the site last week. The aunt of Noah Helton, the recent Union County graduate who died unexpectedly last week, is thanking the community for its support of the family at last weekend's celebration of life. Nikki Helton tells WJRB, quote, the community is grieving with us and for us. Noah was loved by so many people, and our hearts are so touched by the outpouring of love we have received. We cannot thank each and every person enough for all the love, support, and compassion they have shown us, unquote. Helton did confirm that her nephew had, quote, struggled with seizures, unquote, over the years, but that the family is still not sure how or why he suddenly passed. And no fatalities have been reported in a serious 3-car wreck in Blairsville Friday afternoon. Fire and EMS Chief David Dyer says at least 1 passenger was airlifted and a half dozen more were transported to local hospitals. The accident happened on 515 West near the Airport Industrial Park. Dyer didn't know at the time what caused the accident. Please download the free WJRB app. For Pat Malone and Harry Bond, I'm Jeff Batten.
We all know Union General Hospital for helping those of us who are getting up in age. But their affiliate, Union General Child Care, is the place for little ones and future scholars. Their pre-K program is now accepting enrollment for the 2024-2025 school year. Availability is limited, but tuition is free through the state-funded program. Again, enroll your child now for the 2024-2025 pre-K program. Call Union General Child Care at 706-439-6840 to sign up.
The deals are real. The sale is real. At the summer clearance at Eller and Owens Furniture and Mattress. Shop the summer's biggest furniture sale for 40% off all furniture and custom orders. There's plenty in stock at 50% off. Hundreds of clearance markdowns. Save 40% off furniture and custom orders and 50% off clearance. Shop the huge summer clearance going on now at all 4 Eller and Owens Furniture and Mattress locations.
West Tubing Company is back and ready to kick off the season. Come to Brasstown Creek. Enjoy locally sourced food, our full bar, and shopping at the Outpost. We also offer camping and glamping, venue rentals for your special occasions, and live music from 6 to 9 on Saturdays. West Tubing Company, now ready for another great season. Come join us on Old Highway 64 in Warren, North Carolina, a short trip from anywhere in the mountains. As our slogan states, we are not your ordinary tubing company.
Did you know the warranties on a Green Tree metal roof are at least double the lifespan of most shingles? Install a Green Tree metal roof in one of nearly 20 vibrant colors and you'll get a 30-year chalk and fade warranty and a lifetime film integrity warranty against cracking and peeling. Green Tree's Energy Star certification means you'll also get lower power bills. Learn more about the benefits of a Green Tree metal roof at greentreemetals.com.
Green Tree Metal, coolest roof around.
Rolling down the road with
Jackie Jones Auto.
Goodbye, forklifts. Hello, Jeep Compass. The road reopening sale at Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville means big savings for you. All new cars are marked at invoice or below. Come with good credit, bad credit, or you're just upside down in your car loan? Just give us a chance at Jackie Jones Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hayesville and make this the summer. And now with brand new roads leading to us on Highway 69 across from the McDonald's.
Blue Ridge Mountain EMC recently completed fiber optics internet construction in a large area of Union County. Members on Town Creek School Road, Richard Russell Scenic Highway, Liberty Church Road, Arkaquah Road, Track Rock Gap Road, Stevens Road, Bald Mountain Creek Road, Jacks Gap, Fane Branch, Crump Creek, Low Gap, and Old Sullivan Road are now able to get fiber optics internet service through Blue Ridge Mountain EMC. Get the mountain's fastest and most reliable internet service now. Visit brmemc.com/union for more information.
The Morning Dish. At the beginning of a new week, people see things differently, like why they're locked into their monster insurance carrier and paying higher premiums than their next door neighbor. If that's you, you need to speak with More Insurance Services, an independent agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good here, and I'm excited to have Todd Herendeen on with us this morning. A lot of y'all around here have been to the Todd Herendeen Theater down in Panama City Beach, Florida, but he's expanding and worldwide travels and all that. How are you doing this morning, Todd?
I'm doing great. How are you guys holding up?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're up on a Monday morning early, so that ain't good for most, but we made her in. We made her in.
Well, yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah. Well, now you've got the theater down there in Panama City. How long have you been doing that?
Well, I opened the theater up about, I guess we're going on 8 years now, and it's done really well. And of course, we went through some hard times, like everybody. We went through a hurricane. First year we were open, and second or third year we went through a pandemic. So we survived that, and but we're doing good. I've been doing it. I've been doing music for about 30 years, though.
Right. Well, tell us a little bit about your music.
Well, we do, I have a few of my own songs and originals, but for the most part, we pay tribute to rock and country legends that have given us the music that we all get to enjoy, everybody from Johnny Cash to Roy Orbison, Neil Diamond, Elvis, and so on and so forth. And I try to do impersonate their voices and it's worked out pretty well.
Oh, I love the Elvis, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the Elvis. It's just over the top, no doubt. It is over the top. So, and I know a lot of folks from here has been there because when we talked about it, we got a lot of folks that's interested. But what led you to buy Jerry Lee Lewis's estate? This is something that just happened recently, and you're expanding to, I guess it's a Memphis area.
Yeah, well, it started with a car. I mean, we were in Memphis for Tish Hunley, who was Elvis's nurse. She lived at Graceland from about 72 to 1983. As a matter of fact, her trailer is still behind Graceland. And she lived there, and she was Elvis's on the grounds nurse. And it was her birthday, and we got invited in late April. And while we were there, we had a little time to kill. So my wife and I had gone down to Beale Street, and I noticed this white, unique-looking Cadillac sitting behind a building, and found out it was Jerry Lee's. And of course, I kind of knew that because I'd seen it years before, but I'd forgot about it. And it was just behind a building next to dumpsters and storage buildings and stuff like that. And so I tried to buy the car. I thought, it'd be cool at my theater, and couldn't get him to respond. And anyways, we had a little more time to kill. So we went down to Jerry Lee's home, which was just 18 miles south of Graceland. And I knew it was on the market and for sale. And, but I didn't go there thinking one iota that I was going to try to buy it. But when we got there and pulled out the thing out of the box, with the realtor, and I texted him and said, listen, I've been in Jerry's home a couple of times when he was alive. And I don't know why, but I'd like to go through it again to see what you got to offer. And so then my wife and I left and came back to the beach. And in the process, I'm driving and my mind was spinning and going, how can this not be a good attraction for the fans and the community? And I couldn't find a reason why it wouldn't work. It was just 18 miles from Graceland. There's 600,000 people a year go to Graceland.
Right.
How can it not work? And I couldn't come up with a reason why it wouldn't work. Not one. And I even thought, well, if the economy implodes, property value always goes up. So I couldn't find a reason why. So at that point, told my wife, I said, I'm going to research this. And it's kind of a confusing story as to the family, who owned it and who didn't own it, and all that. But anyway, we got it massaged down to where a price that we felt was fair and they felt was fair. And so then after we got it under contract, just a few days later, the people that had the car called and said, hey, we heard about your offer. We'd like to sell it to us. And so I ended up with the car anyways.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, it really is. I mean, if y'all have not seen the car, it's actually a Cadillac. I think it's a Eldorado Seville one they've cut down and made a little two-door. It's a big thing back in the 80s, when they were doing all that cutting down stuff.
This is called a Cadillac Eldorado Opera Paris edition. They didn't make very many. It's got fake spare tires on each front fender. Very unique looking, but red leather interior with red shag carpet. I mean, the interior was in really mint condition. The exterior we're having it repainted because it just set for a long. It set for at least 10 years without running, but we got it running now. So now we're getting it repainted and to look really good, and we're going to use it when for different. It'll be on display up there, but when there's a special event that we're going to take the car and go use it for it.
Man, I would drive that every day.
Are you doing some renovations on the home?
Yeah, we'll have to. Patrick, the house is dated, which we're happy for.
Yeah.
We didn't really want it to look like a modern home, and luckily, when we went through it, it didn't. It has wallpaper in the living room. I mean, upscale wallpaper in the living room, dining room, that type of thing. But it needs painted interior, freshened up. It just needs some work. But we're not really changing. We want the same light switches and light plate. I mean, when you go to Graceland, you want to see it the way Elvis left it. And so this is what we want to do with Jerry's place. And fortunately, we're getting a lot of Jerry's fans that are offering to either sell, loan, or donate back a lot of the stuff. We're getting a lot of stuff back that we'll put on display. And the cool thing is a couple things we already have are on the front of his albums that he used. So we'll be able to, blow up album photos and show people that's what Jerry wore or said on or what have you. And so it's all coming together. We're real pleased.
Well, what are we looking at for opening date? You said fall of this year.
Yes, we're shooting for a mini concert on September 28th. Jerry Lee's birthday would be the 29th, which is a Sunday. So on the Saturday, the 28th, we're shooting to have a mini concert, bringing in somebody, and we have a few people in mind that quote unquote impersonate Jerry Lee, and piano, and then I'll sing a few, but it's not about me, it's about Jerry. So. But we're going to have a mini concert there. We're going to shoot fireworks over the lake that goes with the property, Lewis Lake, and it's about a 5-6 acre lake. We'll have a Memphis barbecue on the grounds. People can tour the home, but it'll be about 100 guests. And mainly that's just parking, and it's in the country, but they're building a lot of homes around there. So we always want to be respectable to the folks that live there. And so anyways, that would be September the 28th. And then right after that, I don't know whether it'd be the next day, but within the next week or two, we'll have a grand opening. That's the goal.
Sounds cool.
Oh, it sounds awesome. I mean, honestly, it sounds awesome. I always wondered why somebody didn't buy Waylon Jennings' house back in the day when he went for sale and do the same thing that you're doing, But of course, your location, you're like just, 15, 18 miles from Graceland. I mean, that is just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. If the house was, 2, 3, 4 hours somewhere else, I wouldn't probably have looked as strongly at it because it's hard to get people to go. Elvis is a whole nother ball game, but but anybody else, it's a real struggle to get them to come. But when you tie it that close, that was the determining factor for my wife and I. And we said, that close to Graceland, it almost has to work because Sun Studios right there. People that come to Memphis, they either come for a business trip or they come to tour Graceland, Sun Studio, and Jerry is the missing piece of the puzzle for that whole thing. And the community there is really welcoming us with open arms. They're excited. The locals are excited. The Chamber of Commerce, they're all really happy that we're going to do this.
I think it's killer. Now, that's funny. It's killer. I didn't mean to say that. But I guess they're just glad ain't nobody shooting out the window or anything anymore, because Jerry Lee got sideways pretty regular,
There were so many stories that I did a show with Jerry Lee back in '99, and I've always been a Jerry Lee fan, but I don't know that I ever researched the history of him the way maybe I did Elvis or what have you. But now that we own the property, we're trying to learn as much as we can. And boy, are we learning some stuff. But, Jerry was his own character. I mean, right or wrong, he was his own man. And he lived it. I mean, he was a rocker. I'll tell you what, he lived it like a rock and roll legend.
So now when you bought the property, was it completely, the house was empty with nothing left in it, or was there stuff in it or not?
Yeah, it was virtually empty. There are a few artifacts that were, I say artifacts, pieces of things that were left behind. One thing that was down in right below the house, when you go through the bottom gates, which is what the public will come through, on the driveway, you'll pass about a 2,800, 3,000 square foot building, which is where he kept his cars. And we're having that totally renovated and turned into the gift shop, the ticketing area. That'll be the staging area of where you'll get dropped off. You'll go in there, you'll purchase tickets, you'll have t-shirts, coffee mugs, what have you. But also that's where you'll watch a video screen of Jerry's life before you go up toward the house. But in that building right now was a few things left behind. One was one of the older fashioned big screen TVs with a bullet hole in it.
That's cool.
And that will go back in the bedroom where Jerry shot the TV.
Yeah.
And we've made contact with Judith Lewis, who's Jerry's widow.
Right.
Who lives in Faraday, Louisiana now, which is where Jerry's buried at the home cemetery. But also his son, Jerry Lee Lewis III, who was born and raised and grew up in the ranch home. And he has shared stories as to how that TV got shot. Jerry put a bullet through it, and not intentionally. I'll tell you a quick story that Michael Lee, who was his road manager for 17 years, who was a deputy sheriff in that particular county, DeSoto County. Well, Jerry was into revolvers. Well, revolver, you got to keep pulling the trigger.
Right.
Well, Michael Lee had brought him a semi-automatic handgun and brought it into his bedroom. Said, "Now, Jerry, be careful. This thing, you pull the trigger once, it's liable to fire off several times. Now, it ain't like a revolver." Well, the next day, Michael Lee got a phone call and said, "Something's wrong. This thing's got a hair trigger." I done shot a hole in the TV, one in the ceiling, one in the wall. So he kind of lost track of what gun he had, I guess, when he was just holding it. And so anyway, we've had that TV, and that'll go on display. Because those are just cool. People I love those kind of stories.
Oh,
and
I
the
do
fans
too.
like them. It wasn't like he was shooting somebody or shooting at somebody. It just, the gun got out of control. And the cool thing is we have that gun donated back. So we'll put it on the nightstand on display under glass and that type of thing.
Well, it's cool that you're getting all these folks donated. I see that you got the grand piano that went on the front gate. You got that back. That's really awesome.
Yeah, the gates way back in probably the 70s, Jerry had black grand pianos made out of metal put on there's two gates. There's a front gate and then there's a lower gate. And we got the front gate ones back. A lady who had them has brought them back to us. And once we're going to have them sanded, powder coated, and put back on. And then the lower gate, we found out Judith, who the widow, she has them and she's bringing them back to us. So we'll have both sets of gates, pianos back on the gates. And those are very important. I was there a couple weeks ago and just doing some measuring for awnings and different things that we got to have done. And while I was there, I noticed a car pull up to the lower gates. And I thought, wonder who's here. Wasn't registering to me that fans were just coming to get pictures.
Right.
So I saw these people get out, and they got out of their car and took a picture in front of the gates, because over the top it says the Lewis Ranch. And so they left, and I was continuing to measure for parking lot. We're having asphalt parking lot areas put in. And another vehicle pulled up, and I watched this happen. And then a little bit later, I was down by the lower gates, and a vehicle pulled up that had Virginia tag on it. And two girls got out, and this particular one girl had a blingy Elvis purse on, and the other lady, and then the guy got out and took their pictures. Well, I was close enough to the gates. Finally, I said, folks, can I ask you, how did you find the place? I said, we just Googled it. We're Elvis fans, but we love Jerry Lee. And that was the third set of vehicles that had to actually Google the house. Right. There was no there is nothing on the map other than Google about it. And I opened the gate and I said, well, I'll let you in, walk the door. I can't let you in the house for liability reasons yet. But boy, they just got eat up with it all. And I thought, that's a good example of people that they don't even know what's going on yet, and they're just finding an empty home that the grass is up to your knee on still.
You thought cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
well, I mean, obviously, any business, the first thing you're going to do is, can I make any money at it? So that's part of it, but also, I think almost as equally a part of it is the fact that I feel like we're doing something good for Jerry and his career. He deserves something, and in my mind, he has nothing. There's no museums. There's no anything, and he is the biggest seller Sun Studio had.
Yeah,
he is the biggest selling artist. Now Elvis obviously was the most famous, but Elvis wasn't there long enough to outsell what Jerry was selling with a whole lot of shaking and Great Balls of Fire. So we're doing it equally as much for Jerry, but for the family, and really most of all for the fans. There are millions of Jerry Lee fans that we're finding out all around the globe. I get messages on Messenger, email, through my theater, you name it. I get it every single day of people from around the globe, from the Europe, Australia, France. We have a couple from France getting married, and they go, we're not going to take a honeymoon till you tell us we can come to that ranch.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
So, I mean, so yeah.
That's an important part of Americana.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And this France guy, he's been following me because he's just eat up with it. And he's rode a couple times, like when I showed the car on Facebook that we got the car back, we're working on. And he wrote something really cool, and he said, only in America. And then I showed something else, and he wrote something cool, and then he wrote, this can only happen in America. And not to get too Americana, but only in America can you do what we're doing, to be honest. I mean, to do what we're doing, we still have a great country. And
well, I'm
excited. Let me ask you about that, because you got a song, My Name is America. What kind of reactions do you get when that song is played? Because media says patriotism is dead.
Well, the media, to me, never tells the truth, because when we do that song, I do it every show at my theater. I end the first half. Well, let me put it this way. 98% of the people are into it. Only 2% are not. Okay. And it's not even really 2%. It's probably 0.5%. But I mean, I do see the few that they aren't going to stand for it. They're not going, but 99% are on their feet cheering and hooting and hollering no matter where we go. So I don't think it's dead. I think it's flawed a little bit, but it's not dead.
Well, it ain't dead around here. Let me ask you something. Is the swimming pool still there?
The swimming pool is there, and it is cool, Stephen. I mean, that pool is iconic. That was one of the, to me, again, going back to just running through my mind, analyzing, you have to have a few little factors to draw them in. And that pool is one of the big reasons people will come.
Yeah.
They will come to see the swimming pool. I'm going to do something. I don't know if it's possible or not. I'll pull a picture up of it and hold it up to the screen and see if it just shows up. But this pool is just over the moon cool. I mean, my wife and I have not jumped in it yet.
Oh man, that's the first thing I'd have done.
But we're ready to. I'm going to try this. Let's see. Can you see the
Yeah,
pool?
you can see it. Yep, you can see it.
There's the swimming pool.
Yeah.
And it's there, and it looks just like that because I took that. Well, no, I didn't take that picture. I got that one off Google, but I have pictures. It looks just like that. So the pool is a big drawing factor. Well, I mean, Jerry is the number one drawing factor.
Right.
He's number one. The gates and the pool probably rank right up there equally as cool. People want to see those gates. They want to see the swimming pool, the artifacts. But then you have to have a car or two, which we have. We have Jerry's motorcycle.
Todd, hold on a minute. If you got a minute, we got to jump to a break. We went over about 5 minutes here on break time. Just hold on. We got time. I'm enjoying this. We want to thank More Insurance Services. I think you just turned my mic off. Okay, thank you. So let's take a quick break. We're going to cover some more on this, and y'all can go to Todd Herendeen. What's the best website for this? ToddHerendeen.com?
Well, you could, ToddAllenHerendeen.com, ToddHerendeen.com. That is any one of those.
All right, y'all can follow and see what's going on with that. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a minute with more about the Jerry Lee Lewis house.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Now you can find More Insurance in Blairsville on Highway 515 across the street from the Home Depot. Call 706-745-2139 for a fast and accurate quote.
Warmer weather is here, so make sure your yard looks the part. Come to Hiawassee Hardware and save on gardening tools, power equipment, and more to dig in. Save on garden gloves, kneeling pads, Landscapers Select rakes, and Vulcan wheelbarrows. Save $30 on the 6 cubic foot model right now at Hiawassee Hardware on Main Street. And for power equipment, Hiawassee Hardware is still the best. In fact, we are your store for warmer weather and a whole lot more.
Warm weather rocks in Union County. Attention foodies, the farmers market opens June the 1st and the cannery is open to the community. Love history? Be sure to visit the Reese Farm and Heritage Center for fishing, picnicking, and more. Jump in the swimming pool at Meeks Park or head on over to Poteet Creek Campground for campground, boat ramp, and beach area for swimming. Golfers tee it up at Butternut Creek Golf Course with a meal at the View Grill afterward. And Meeks Park is your home for festivals and fun all summer long. It's all right here in Union County.
For over 50 years, Mountain Realty of Hiawassee has been providing outstanding service to our clients. If you're looking to buy or sell in North Georgia or Western North Carolina, Mountain Realty will provide you with the most ethical, honest, and efficient service possible. Our realtors listen and are eager to help our clients find their dream home or property. We're members of Northeast Georgia and Georgia MLS, allowing extra exposure to agents working with buyers. We are easy to find on the shores of Lake Chattooga in downtown Hiawassee at 325 North Main Street and at mountainrealty.com.
Those pesky mosquitoes bothering you again? Well, let the experts at American Pest Control help. Their No Mosquito program can help protect you and allow you to enjoy your yard again. Call American Pest Control and take back your yard this spring. In fact, trust the experts at American Pest Control to provide you with excellent pest management all year long. Call to schedule your free inspection and protect your biggest investment, your home. That's American Pest Control, 706-782-4113.
Warmer weather is coming, and that means you've got 50 places to go. And you're still in love with the truck that will get you there. So spring forward with accessories from Rose Auto in Blairsville.
Rose Auto.
Bed covers, towing systems, steps. Rose Auto has what you need to do it right. Just up from 515 on the Murphy Highway. Rose is the only way to get your ride to a ball game, a fishing trip, or an overnight camping trip.
Rose Auto.
Type in Rose Auto Accessories on Facebook. We're next to Mike's Seafood.
The Morning Dish
You can't blame Stephen Phillips for your business insurance going up 25% this year, but you can still do something about it. Business owners, you need to talk business with More Insurance Services, your mountain insurance agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. We got Todd Herringding on with us. He has recently acquired Jerry Lee Lewis's house in above Memphis up there, which is pretty interesting. And the swimming pool, if y'all are not familiar with that, it's like a grand piano. And I think if you take a tour for an extra $20, you can actually take a dip in the pool. Y'all going to do something like that?
Well, I don't know whether we're going to do that with the tours, but what we are going to do is the house is a 6-bedroom, 6-bath. And on the end of the house, when it was originally built, and by the way, it was built by the man who built the Memphis airport.
Right.
Built the house, and he used the house as a brick home, and the bricks came from the Chicago fires. So you remember? I mean,
oh yeah,
Stephen, you were there. You were there.
I was
during
there.
Chicago. But anyways, those bricks were trucked in, and he built the house out of that. So anyways, on the end of the house is about a 900 square foot apartment. And we're going to call that the Killer's Cottage. And we are offering up opportunities to stay in the Killer Cottage. And then if you do stay there after touring hours, you will be able to swim in the pool or fish in the lake. So anybody that's interested in staying in the Killer's Cottage, send me on Messenger, send me a message, because we have an opportunity and offers that we're not putting out yet, but I'll do it, kind of under the radar, not really under the radar, but just I don't want to announce exactly all the things we're doing yet. But if they PM me, I'll tell them how they can do that.
I love it, man. I think this is a great thing you're doing, and to get to walk. I mean, how many people? I've been to Memphis and Graceland. I love that. That was cool to get to walk through that and tour the home of Elvis. And I'm coming. If you let me in, I'm coming. I might have to go through the back door, but I'm gonna be there.
I want you both there, maybe on grand opening or whatever, if you can make it, come and be a part of it. We'd love to have you and tour the house. And the thing about, I've been to Graceland many times, being a huge Elvis fan, and my wife is, and I promise you, we've been through Graceland over 50 times. Mm-hmm. Sang at the guest house a few times, and Graceland's always been good to me, and I'm grateful to them, and I really believe that they're I know they're excited about what we're putting together. They'll help us more than we'll help them, but we will help them.
Right.
And but we're going to offer some things that maybe Graceland don't, and they can't. Obviously, they have reasons they can't, but we're going to offer to people that for a fee, you can spend Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Christmas night in the main house. Sleep in Jerry's room, use the bedrooms, put your presents under Jerry's Christmas tree. All them Christmas decorations are still in the attic.
Wow,
put
that's
your
cool.
presents under Jerry's tree, open them in the living room, just like Jerry and his kids did.
Yeah.
And then we'll cater in a traditional Christmas dinner at the dining room table. And we're going to, Graceland can't do that, and understandably so, mm-hmm. but we can. And so those are some little things that we want to do that are special, that, it'll cost a little chunk of money, because there's just a lot of moving mechanical parts. You have to have a whole security person there. Not really that we think anybody will steal anything, but just for safety reasons.
Well, I wouldn't put it past them. I ain't kidding you, no doubt.
I try to trust everybody, and
yeah.
I hope I'm right.
Hey, now, let me ask you something. Now we've got to get to another break and give some stuff away on the radio and all. If people want to follow this and see how and what, when, and where all is going on with you, not only with the Jerry Lee Lewis house, but also with everything else that you're in touring, you've got the theater, and I mean, you're just a busy guy. You're all over. You're coming to Georgia, I think here, next month or next couple of days?
This week.
This week?
Yeah, Wednesday you're in Cairo?
No, not this month. I don't know. That might be something that, if I am, I missed it.
You better check on that.
I know I'm coming to Cairo in October 4th, I think. Friday,
okay.
October 4th.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be in Iowa. We're going to be in Illinois, Indiana, Tennessee. So anyways, they can follow me on Facebook at Todd Allen Herendeen, and on Facebook, or they can go to our website, toddherendeentheater.com or toddherendeen.com. Follow us on that, but we're also building the website and all the stuff we need for we're calling it the Lewis Ranch Experience.
There you go.
And our catchphrase is "Come experience what you didn't get to live." And so follow that. That'll be up soon. We're just trying to get a few more things in place as we get ready to launch that. But
Todd, we sure do appreciate it. And if anybody's out there listening and happen to have some kind of memorabilia that would be available to go back to the house to be on display, also contact him through that. I'm sure they would be great to have anything that y'all have. A lot of folks out there listening might have something, and you never know, but they're trying to build this back up, so it'd be cool, and Todd would greatly appreciate it. Man, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you, man. We love you.
Stephen and Patrick, thank you for allowing me to come on. I appreciate it. It's great to be with y'all.
We get closer to the opening date, we want you back on.
Okay, anytime. I'd love it.
What are we going to give away, Packy?
Let's give away some free pizza. We got pizzas from Papa's Pizza, Hiawassee, Murphy, and Blairsville. Use this at any of the 3 locations.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll do it. Todd, have a good day, brother.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
All right. Folks, we want to thank More Insurance Services, and we'll be right back.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock.
Now you can find Mounted Insurance in Murphy, a division of More Insurance, just past the Arby's on Highway 64 West. See Velda Cook-Dockery and Emily McKeon for a fast and accurate quote.
July is all about freedom. And when it comes to your next vehicle, the place to celebrate that freedom is Jackie Jones Ford in Hayesville.
Freedom to head to the beach in a Ford SUV.
Are we there yet?
Freedom to show the ladies my brand new Mustang.
Freedom to shop at Jackie Jones Ford, knowing I'll drive out with a great car and a great deal.
Family, freedom, and a new Ford at Jackie Jones Ford in Hayesville.
The chicken continues to cross the road in Hiawassee for the best breakfast anywhere. And it's best not to make them angry. Locals know the best homemade gravy, biscuits, and chicken are right down the street at the Angry Chicken Restaurant on Highway 76 in the Chatook Place Shopping Center. Find the best daily menu at the Angry Chicken. Locally owned with veteran and first responder discounts. Facebook the Angry Chicken Hiawassee for hours and daily specials. Takeout, catering, and now trivia on Friday nights.
So, how do you know your tax resolution specialist is good at what she does? It's when other CPAs call and say,
"Help, Debbie! I don't know how to battle the IRS like you do."
North Georgia Tax Solutions just recently took over a case and saved the client $82,000. Debbie did it and continues to do it for her clients.
Call Debbie Snelling at North Georgia Tax Solutions, whether it's hundreds or millions of dollars you owe. Call 706-745-3856 in Blairsville.
Constantly challenging ourselves as a college means more learning opportunities, better teaching, more innovative programs, greener facilities, a stronger community, and happier students. Every choice we've made reinforces our mission to help educate, inspire, and empower you. Young Harris College. This is the place where your future unfolds.
Everybody in Blairsville already knows that the best place to get their fresh fruits, vegetables, and berries is 7M Family Farms. But did you know you can get ingredients for the whole meal too? Introducing 7M Farm Meats. Beef and pork raised naturally at 7M Farms. Ground beef, steak, sausage, pork chops, and more. 7M Family Farms is also your source for local raw A2 cow's milk and raw goat milk. If you visit 7M Family Farms once, you'll definitely go back. Follow them today on Facebook at 7M Family Farms LLC.
The Morning Dish
Unlike the telephone company, you've got choices in the mountains for auto insurance. And when you deal with an independent agent, you've got even more. And choices mean savings. Speak with a local neighbor at Moore Insurance Services.
All righty, we're back with you, folks, and we have got some Papa's Pizza to go, and they've got the wings are as good as a pizza. 3 locations to serve you. If you can answer this next question, all you got to do is call 706-379-9770. Again, 706-379-9770. All you got to do is answer this next question.
And this question is in honor of Independence Day. The question is, what do the stripes on the American flag represent?
That ought to be easy enough. What does the flags on the American? Yeah, American flag represent? 706-379-9770. I hope whoever calls has got the answer, because if they don't, they ain't gonna live it down. Would you think?
Yeah, you'd better wait until you announce their name to see whether or not they're right.
Yeah. All right, who we got, Puddin'?
We throw them under the bus.
We got Charles Coffee this morning.
Good morning, Charles. How are you doing?
I am doing good. How are you?
We're doing good, man. We all excited about getting to go to Jerry Lee Lewis's house and swim in the swimming pool.
Well, that's good. Good.
What is the stripes on the American flag? What do they represent?
Colonies. The 13.
You are right. The 13 original colonies.
There you go. So what are you doing today? Anything good?
Yeah, I'm working in the garden.
Well, good deal. Well, swing by here, and we got you some pizza to them tomatoes come in.
All right. Well, I like fried green tomatoes.
There you go. I do, too. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Man, we appreciate you calling.
All right, man.
You take care.
Uh-huh.
Pat, I'm so disappointed we didn't beat you up this morning.
I know. I'm feeling relieved. We started off the week on a right note.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about that. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool, some of the stuff he's got going on.
That's a great idea, what he's got, that you could stay in the guest house and, then the other one on the Christmas dinner. That's a neat idea also.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a what they call an entrepreneur. He's all into everything, but that's going to be and the thing is not but 18 miles from Graceland. So if he gets 10% of the people that go to Graceland come to where he's at, he should be fine.
He's got a winner.
Yep.
He's got a winner.
Anyway, who y'all got on tomorrow?
Let's see. Tomorrow we've got Carl Gillespie, the North Carolina state representative. We had Stan Gunner, the Georgia state representative, today. Tomorrow we got Carl.
I've got a music promoter coming on tomorrow, I reckon, and so that ought to be pretty good if I can figure out who it is.
All right.
I don't remember which.
I
don't remember which.
You're gonna shoot me some information on that?
I will. I'll shoot you some information. I got to figure out where my contacts are at for this young lady, but I will get that here in the. I was wanting to watch. Did you watch this National Education Association president giving her speech?
I did not.
Oh, you need to check that out, because they need everything. They need anything. They need it all. And I don't know what they're talking about, but you need to check that out, because, yeah.
He's the president of the National Education Association?
Yes. Yeah.
And
she's totally unhinged, is what they say.
Not very articulate? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, go watch it. She needs it all. We need all the things. We need all the things. We need all the things.
All the things?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you're an educated man. I'd like to know what the things are.
What are all the things?
I'm asking you. I don't know. They need all the things. We need all the things. Yeah. So you think her being the president of the National Education Association that we would know what the things are? Would you not think?
Yeah. Sounds like I have an assignment for when we're off the air.
Yeah. Huh? What's the things? Anybody have an idea?
What are the things?
Oh, man, I don't know. You have to watch that. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and we're in the middle of all this. And but we'll get to it before it's over with. I guess Wednesday.
You got any updates on the sewers thing?
They actually did a couple of tests over the weekend, and they said after the rain kind of washed it all out, but it's still in the cove to stay out of the water in the cove, because it did not come back tested, was not good in the cove or in the
but the other 3 sites were okay. We're safe for swimming.
Yeah, outside of the cove.
Yeah.
According to them.
Good.
But
Good.
so I mean, it's getting better. Of course, we had that big rain over the weekend. I think that helped. And but it's still where the river, where the I call it a creek, but where the stream comes in or whatever you want to call it, it's still pretty heavy in that area. So anyway,
Yeah.
I just hope nobody else gets sick. So that's the update on
Shame
that.
that happened. I hope everybody recovers.
Yeah, I think they're going to be all right. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Be a lot better than that guy setting the fireworks off on his head.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah. Along that line, did you watch Stephanopoulos' interview with President Biden Friday?
I have got it pulled up, but I have not. No.
Oh man, it's just a reaffirmation that everything you saw in the debate is true.
You know what's funny to me though is all these political outlets like CNN and all them that talked about how sane he was and sharp he was after the debate was like, daggone, he's lost his mind overnight.
Yeah,
it happened overnight.
I like the meme that says, we were watching, we saw it.
Yeah. all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna
believe
leave
your
in?
eyes, don't believe your ears.
Now, we got your man coming on Wednesday. He said he's going to be here. What's his name? Bob or Bill or Bub or what's his name?
Bob.
Yeah, Bob's going to be here Wednesday. So we got a lot. And I'm going to notify Gary Chapman where he'll be ready. Yeah, hopefully he won't lay out on us.
I don't think you need to give Gary a heads up. I mean, Gary's pretty loaded all the time.
Yeah,
he's ready for bear.
That's the kind of folks I like to hang around with. I'll just tell you right now. So Wednesday ought to be the big day. Yeah, Wednesday will be the day we get kicked off of YouTube again. Probably the radio.
Yes.
And we'd all get fired. We'll see what happens. But
there you go.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I got to watch that interview. And then I reckon they said that the White House physician is also involved in the Biden family business deal. So maybe that's why Biden's still sane,
He did apparently get a $200,000 payment or something.
Yeah, how about that? And everybody talks
Didn't
about
that
what?
Didn't that used to be called hush money?
Oh, no. Not on the Democratic side. Not on the Democratic side. Yeah.
Right. It's different, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. Everybody says, "Do you rather have a convicted felon in the White House?" And I'm thinking, what? Are you serious? Yes, absolutely. I'd rather have Trump any day of the week. Because these folks right here they're like mafia. The music is playing. Yeah.
They are.
Folks, y'all go check out Todd Allen Herendeen on Facebook. Watch all the stuff he's got going on. And this could be a great vacation to go back to Memphis and see Graceland again. And then go by to Jerry Lee Lewis' house, hang out, swim in the pool. And then Pat,
sounds like fun.
Good.
All right, folks. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you in the morning.